In this video, I'll be explaining why the stablecoin narrative will produce massive gains in the crypto market as we close out 2025. It was just a few months ago in July that President Trump signed into law the Genius Act. And the Genius Act is very simple. It is the first ever federal regulatory system for stablecoins. Also, President Donald Trump launched a crypto project called World Liberty Financial. And what is one of the main products of World Liberty Financial? It is, you guessed it, a stablecoin. So in this video, I'll be going over why the stablecoin thesis is so strong, as well as my top picks in terms of altcoins for this narrative. Let's get into it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Empire. My name is Connor. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Now let's go over why stablecoins will produce massive gains in the crypto market for the rest of 2025. First of all, there is a lot of investment capital going into building out stablecoin infrastructure. And most recently, we had the payment giant PayPal actually invest into increasing their global liquidity for the PayPal PYUSD stablecoin over $1 billion worth. Also, PayPal is partnering up with the brand new stable chain, and the stable chain is literally a blockchain built for only Tether USDT to instantly send Tether to anyone in the world without paying any gas fees. All right, this is quite a similar chain to something I covered in yesterday's video, which was the Plasma chain and the XPL token. But the stable chain is actually going to be Tether USDT's blockchain, and this thing is huge. It is backed by the biggest names in crypto, so it is definitely something worth paying attention to. And now one more thing before we get into my top coins in the stablecoin narrative is the fact that on October 1st, Token 2049 in Singapore is actually beginning. And if we look at this agenda, there is going to be a lot of attention about stablecoins at this conference. First of all, we can see that on the first day, the CEO of Tether USDT will be speaking at the OKX main stage about, you guessed it, stablecoins and the $1 trillion payment shift. Guys, don't forget, stablecoins are literally going to be the next version of the dollar, all right? Cash is going completely obsolete. So anyways, the CEO of Tether will be speaking on day one. And remember, these crypto conferences, the whales and the market makers love to use these conferences to manipulate prices. So I would not be surprised to see a stablecoin narrative push at the time of this conference. Also, we can take a look, and on day one as well, on October 1st, there's another talk about the stablecoin singularity. So what comes after the Genius Act, there's going to be a lot of talk about stablecoins here. If you look at all the speakers, you also have people like Donald Trump Jr., who again is behind World Liberty Financial along with his dad, the president. So anyways, guys, stablecoin is going to be a massive narrative, and I think a lot of the altcoins designed around stablecoins are going to produce a lot of gains. So let's get into coin number one for the video. Coin number one is going to be Stable and the STBL token. So Stable is currently trading for 42.5 cents with a market cap of $213 million. This coin is very new, so the fully diluted valuation is $4.27 billion. I wouldn't necessarily be overly concerned about the fully diluted valuation because, again, retail isn't really here in the market right now, and these new coins, they can be pumped easily by the market makers because there's low float, and the market makers and exchanges actually control the majority of the token supply. So anyways, Stable STBL, it is co-founded by someone named Reeve Collins. And who is Reeve Collins? Well, if we go to the website stbl.com, Reeve Collins is a founder of Tether. All right, so STBL is not one to ignore right now. You have a co-founder of Tether as a founder of this project, and this is very simple. It's a stablecoin project. There's the USST stablecoin, and the STBL token is the governance token for this project. I can see this one doing really well. Let's go take a look at the price chart here for STBL. So again, this is a relatively new coin. It's only a few days old right now. It did launch on September 17th. So it's been around for just 12 days now, and from the time of launch, it is up 233%. Now, what I'm seeing here on the chart, where I am looking for my entry here on STBL, if we take a look at the all-time high at 61 cents, and we pull a fib down to this swing low over here from Friday, September 19th, some really interesting things actually happen. We get the golden pocket on the chart, and the golden pocket is coming in 0.618 Fibonacci retracement right at a 4-hour level of demand at 36.5 cents. Now also, I have drawn a range here on the chart. Okay, so I'll just redraw our range, and this is our range high, and this is going to be our range low. So let's go ahead and make sure we have our range template on the chart. So as we can see, price deviated the range low, it pumped to the range high, deviated. Now price is just in the middle of the range, okay? So if price were to come to that demand zone at 36.5 cents, that is an entry. Our second entry would be if price actually came and hit the range low again. And this is gonna come in around 32.5 cents. So quite simple here, guys. I am looking for 36.5 cents, and I am looking for 32.5 cents, or just around 32 cents for my entries on STBL. Invalidation here would be a daily candle close underneath this swing low at 31.4 cents, right? So if a daily candle closes beneath this level, I would simply look to just get out of the trade, take my loss. But I think that the risk reward here is very worth it, especially if you can be patient and get an entry. So again, the current price is 42 cents. If we do see a dip into the high to the mid 30s, that's our first entry. I mean, look, even if you wanted to buy this thing spot, I don't think 42 cents is a bad price to be paying. Because look, I can see this thing performing extremely well. It has a relatively low market cap right now at $214 million. I wouldn't be surprised to see this coin go to over $1 in price if I'm correct and the stablecoin narrative really does pick up here in the immediate short term in October. Real quick, we can take a Fibonacci extension. And if we look at some of the extensions, it's not magic that the all-time high came in right at the 0.27 Fibonacci extension. And that's where we got this pullback. So the next targets higher would be 70 cents at the negative 61.8. And then also we have the negative 1.27 at 84.8 cents, 85 cents, and then negative 618 at 93 cents. So look, up here to the 1618 extension, even from the current price, that's over a 100% move. I would not be ignoring stable STBL. This token's hot. It is a bullish chart, and I wouldn't ignore it, all right? I would put a lot of attention into getting an entry on this token, especially as we head into October. I will say right now, this video is not financial advice. It is for informational, educational purposes only. Also, this is not a sponsored video. I personally just am bullish on the stablecoin narrative right now. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new here to the channel, smash that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Now, the next token in the stablecoin narrative that I would have on my radar is going to be, again, Plasma XPL. So this has a market cap of 2.17 billion, a fully diluted valuation of $12 billion. I did go over this in yesterday's video, guys. So if you haven't watched that video on Plasma, go ahead and watch it for a full breakdown, a full deep dive. But it's quite similar to the stable chain. The Plasma chain is a brand new layer 1, and the XPL token is required to pay for gas fees on the network. But if you send stable coins on the Plasma chain, you don't pay any gas fees. So it is free to transfer USDT or any of their other stablecoins that they support on the network. All right, so this is a stablecoin narrative project through and through. Let's go take a look at the price chart. So here's the XPL price chart on the 1 hour time frame. Now, after this thing's token generation event, at the end of last week, it went from around 70 cents on its first leg up to around $1.40, or a 100% move. It did a little consolidation, and then it went on to make a new all-time high at $1.69. Now, as we can see, it broke trend, and it's actually in the midst of this pullback. So it's definitely time to be paying attention to the XPL token. Currently, we have the Monday low coming in at $1.15. We also have these lows from back here on last Friday coming in at $1.11, or 1.11. All right, so this is a area of interest for me 100%. All right, we have the support of our parallel channel here, as we can see just here, with price tagging that parallel channel low. And we also have the lows coming in at $1.11. Now, in yesterday's video, if you guys watched it, you already know I said the buy zone is actually going to be from around $1.30 down to the lows over here at $1.11. We are in that buy zone, all right? An invalidation here would be a candle close on the higher time frames below 111. But we are definitely in an area of interest. If we close the daily candle underneath 111, that is a worrying sign that this thing is likely headed back down here to like 70 again. But as of right now, I would be treating this dip as an opportunity to potentially get an entry if you are interested in the XPL token. All right, it's in the buy zone I highlighted yesterday. So we don't want to freak out now because there's red candles. We simply need to stick to the plan, or at least that's what I like to do. If I make a trading plan, I like to stick to that trading plan. It's easy to let the emotions overcome your decisions. Oh my God, there's red candles right now. Should I buy? Should I not buy? This is what goes through most traders' heads. They end up not pulling the trigger. And if you don't try, you will never get any results as a trader. But anyways, guys, look into it on your own. That's my analysis. We're in the buy zone right now for XPL. I would not be too surprised to see this produce a nice bounce and potentially go and run the highs. Remember, guys, token 2049 is right around the corner. A lot of big speakers from the industry, a lot of talk about stablecoins. Trump signed in the Genius Act, the Stable Act. Stablecoins are the future. Everything will be revolving around stablecoins for payment. And I wouldn't be ignoring this narrative. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So in this video, we went over the bullish thesis for stablecoin altcoins. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you let me know by smashing that like button down below. And if you are new to Crypto Empire, go ahead right now and join the family by smashing the subscribe button and turning on all the notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I'll see you in the next video.